Okay, so I'm here with Lisa May, super agent from the Boston, Cambridge area. How is your market right now?
It is just waking up from the summer, so it's a little hard to tell yet. It's been incredibly hot for many, many years. It was a little unpredictable this last spring. We're really lacking in inventory, just like many other places, and so I'm expecting a busy fall.
Do you ever do anything to try to almost create inventory? You know, I know this isn't a listing, but I know they might want to sell. I'm gonna go see what I can do or something like that.
Well, yeah, we work with, we have buyers who have been looking for a really long time and are having a hard time finding things. Plus, when they do, there's typically competition. So we're oftentimes trying to figure out how we might find them something that isn't necessarily on the market.
Right.
Or that actually things move so quickly in our market. I don't know about if it's true in Chicago as well, but if something's been on the market for, let's say, 3 weeks, buyers and agents sort of stop paying attention. So for
definitely we have stale listings. That's a thing.
But that's what smart buyers should be looking at.
Yeah.
Because there's an opportunity
There's going to be some negotiation room in that thing.
And there may or may not be anything wrong with it. It just might be that for whatever reason,
it's a little overpriced, or
there might not have been somebody around that was for whom it was right that week.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're trying to educate people not to be too afraid of the listings that have been on for a while.
Yeah. Actually, look at them as an opportunity. I totally agree with that.
Totally.
I think there's some right now in Chicago. It's a little slow, and so there's some opportunity to get a good price now that we haven't seen in a lot of these markets almost anywhere. A chance to get a decent price on something. It's been very difficult, and there is some of that in Chicago available with the ones that are stale listings.
Well, and it's interesting too, because there are some, you hear on the news that it is a moment for more negotiation and that things are getting better for buyers, but it's not necessarily true in every segment.
Yeah.
So, there was a listing that came on with an agent in my office 2 weeks ago, and they had 19 offers. It was the middle of August that it came on. But we've got other things that have come on that are just sitting. So it's really, price points makes a big difference.
I think you have to be really accurate with the price.
Yes, you absolutely have to be accurate with the price.
So one of the main reasons we're here is we want to talk about how powerful this network is at Sotheby's. Yeah. So what's a good Sotheby's network story you have?
I don't know if you remember this, but during COVID, I have a son who lives in Chicago. He was renting. Interest rates were really, really low, and we started talking about him buying something. So we reached out to you and Debbie, and he had the most amazing experience with you guys. She took amazing care of him, and I knew that he was going to be incredibly well cared for. I couldn't go and be with him during the process. Was, as a realtor, what I assumed I would do if my child was ever buying a property. But knowing that he was with you guys and that you were part of Sotheby's and we've known each other over the years, it just made all the difference in the world.
It's so much different, the fact that we do events like this and we get to know each other really well. We know how people operate. For me, number one is honesty. I don't really go for the agents that are flashy and kind of get stuff done. I go for the agents that I know are dead honest all the time. And that's really what's important to me. And the way you get to know that is by really talking with people for extended periods of time.
Absolutely.
You don't know that saying hi once or looking someone up on a website. That's not what we do. And that's, I think, to me, the beauty of this network in Sotheby's is that we vet people personally, really well. We know what these people think, what they like, how we operate, and you pick the people that operate the way you want to operate,
I 100% agree. And I also feel like I feel completely honest and legitimate saying to any friend of mine that, that if their kid is moving to Chicago or if their kid is moving to California or wherever it is that they might be going, call me and I will find you that person so that they're not just trying to do it on their own. And that's where I feel like we can provide a service to our client and community because we've met so many people.
Yeah. And, if you just pick someone off that you don't know anything about, unfortunately, the bar is set a little low in the industry. And so we really have to find the quality people that we know will do a quality job.
Well, it's like anything. It's a fit too. When somebody comes to us to list their property, most of the time I think I'm the right fit, but maybe I'm not. And that's okay.
Totally.
You want to find somebody in Chicago who this particular buyer or seller is going to work
really
well with.
And
so if you know more than 2 people or more than 3 or 4 people in one community, you can guide them to the right spot too, which I think gives us more credibility.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, so I've got a little question for you. I'm gonna show you something on my phone.
Uh-oh.
Let me see, how would you handle this?
Uh-oh.
So how would you handle that? You have someone that's about to list their house.
And that's what you get?
And that's what you get.
You get, oh, you know, I had one very similar to this.
Really? Okay.
Recently. And first of all, you tell them how beautiful it is.
Yep.
You ask them to tell you stories.
Yeah.
Because there's clearly a history for each of these pieces.
Yeah.
And then you try to work with them to
remove most of it.
Or maybe it's better for them that they actually move out before you put it on the market and you do something different because
either you got to find a way to work with it or do something completely different, right?
Right. Yeah. Or you do something. So typically we try to. I think it's easier for sellers actually just to do the move once. And get out and then let us sort of come back in and make it. But that's quite beautiful and special.
It's very special. Yes.
And I'm sure that those people have a story about every piece that's in that house, which is cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of special, you got a special Boston agent here.
I love this.
And this is how we do it. Like if you need someone, we got you covered. Every major metro area, we know someone who's a really good person, who's going to be completely honest, who's going to work their butt off to make sure that you're getting the best service. So
it really matters.
It really matters.
We take care of our own.
Yep, we do.